here in Angeles National Forest riding a KTM 990 Adventure and a Yamaha Super Ténéré. We're about an hour north of Los Angeles proper, and we're gonna go ride some dirt. Welcome to RideApart.
Right now we're running at about 36 pounds of pressure on the tires. 20 to 22 is good for multi-use for on the gravel and the road to keep the tubes from popping or pinching.
There we go. Just trying to get some grip off road, get the tires squishing down. I'm trying to focus on the goal. Getting a beer at the end of the day with all my arms on, you know? Like this in one piece, like nice normal straight arm.
You don't have a normal straight arm.
Well,
you got rid of that a while ago.
Straight as my arm can be.
Want to race?
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Fuck off. And don't do a burnout in front of me. It gets pebbles in my eyes. Go. I've just started learning how to ride dirt bikes, and this thing weighs like 550 pounds. Normal dirt bikes weigh like 250. So this is just scary and terrifying, and it slides and the front end does things. And the whole time I'm just like death grip on the bars, like close my eyes, keep the throttle on, and hope for the best. So nobody should stand in any direction where I might be headed, because I'm not looking.
That sounds, no, he's looking, because you can see the whites of his eyes when he's coming.
So right now I'm wearing Sean's Aerostitch Roadcrafter. He's hurt, so I'm borrowing his suit because it's really nice. This is as safe as I can be as a motorcyclist. I'm protected from the weather, I'm protected from impacts, I'm protected from abrasion. I have really good armor on all my joints, my back, and in my chest. But unlike every other suit on the market, there's other safe suits. None is this convenient. This is literally just put all that on. Chest protector. Then here's the trick. And there you go. If I had an office, I'd be ready to work in it, but instead I'm at my office right now riding bikes.
Oh, that's pretty special, buddy. Okay, unlike Mr. Fancy Pants over there wearing Sean's suit, mine is not nearly as fast, but it is really awesome. This is the long range from Alpine Stars. It's a two-piece. It's super dry. It's also very modular. I used to wear something called a suit by Rucka that was leather, but I think I maybe found better with this. One of the good things about what this suit can do, even though it doesn't zip on and off fast, is it's extraordinarily capable in terms of what you need at any given say temperature. So if I get hot, I can really just peel it off and use the under jacket for the rest of the day, so that I don't have to carry multiple jackets or anything like that. This guy's done, and then I've got a down jacket that I can wear from now on. And then when you get out here to go camping, they can do double duty.
I can carry a nice big fancy tent like this. Key is how much space they can give you for the weight. So as you can see, this one's really tall. I can sit up in it, I can change clothes in it. I can be inside where it's warm and not too windy.
Not done yet?
Yeah.
There's actually a considerable difference between his. He's running the Polar two-man with poles.
One man.
One man? Well, it looks like a two-man.
Yeah, it's big.
Fatty.
I know.
Okay, so I'm running a tent from Nemo. This is the Nemo Moto, which is a one person. And I really love certain things about this. One of which is that there's no poles, just there's a little bladder that connects to the inside, and the main beam will actually inflate, and then I just take it down and I'm done. From here you've got tons of room on the inside to be able to move around and set up and do whatnot.
If you think you hear an animal, you can call me and I'll get out and I'll look around and I'll keep you safe.
No, you won't. You'll just sit there and cry.
One time in the Adirondacks, Grant and I got into a fight with a bear, so now we're just scared list of bears in the outdoors. He actually
You did not get into a fight with the bear, you big liar.
we ran away from one.
There, that's a little bit more like the truth.
Yep. So now we carry. We don't have it with us today, but now we carry a flare pistol to shoot at bears in case one scares us again, because we're girls.
It sits basically here like this,
Right.
what it's supposed to do, but it must have done this and come under, and then Navi's grabbed it and just pull it right under. I mean, KTM has one of the best toolkits there when they stock the bike, but this one's just a little bit touch over, and it literally has everything you possibly need to work on the motorcycle right now. Well, basically we're just keeping the lines off of the knobbies so that if I need to stop, there's brakes. We're just taking off some of the plastics. This guy was still on.
Okay.
And that is, a really good recipe for a puncture as well.
Okay.
So we're just taking off everything and kind of cleaning it up and getting it back up to par as much as we can, so we can keep going.
Stand back just.
All right, put it up the other side.
Hey, no damage. Doesn't jump as he's fucking passing me. He's such an asshole. And then we get down there, he's like, I hope I didn't scare you.
No, I'm getting comfortable on it.
Good.
Yeah.
The suspension is great. The suspension will land anything. The suspension will take some bumps, but I'm scared anyways, because I'm scared off road on a big bike like this, and to have the stand going like that. I'm gonna back off a little bit over the.
How's the compression on the rear?
It's good. I've got the preload wound way up. This thing is great suspension. Unlike most motorcycles, it actually has something called damping, not just springs.
No, let's get moving. So you didn't die.
I didn't die, which I feel very fortunate about. Last, what was it, June, Sean? It was June. I fell off. July. Okay, last July I fell off a sidecar at my Big Bear, and you can probably see my arm is still crooked as a result. And that was off road. I've been a little timid on the whole dirt thing ever since, and it's fine on a 250 or whatever dirt bike. That thing outside weighs 550 pounds.
It weighs 636 pounds.
It weighs 636 pounds, which is a lot of weight. And
Did your voice just squeak?
yes, 'cause I was terrified the entire time. Really, properly my pants terrified.
What did you think about traction control in the dirt?
Traction control is great in the dirt. I could just on a big heavy bike like that, you just want to throttle out of any trouble, and with traction control, you just open that throttle, you're not gonna get any trouble because it just drives you forward, not much sliding. It is switchable traction control. You can switch it off, you can switch it to less sensitive mode. I had it in the most sensitive mode because I need help. I left ABS on too.
There's going to be that, I think for me at the time right now, there's going to be that one bike. It's probably going to be the 990. I don't know a whole lot of motorcycles that can do that can allow me to really start going quickly in the corners on the canyons and the pavement, and then immediately transition that into corners on dirt and sand and grit and rock and going through the canyons as well. It does everything, and it's really special in that sense.
About the catheter.
Oh, the catheter, yeah. I'll tell you my before breakfast. Before breakfast.
Before breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay, so I wake up after surgery. It's like 5:30. I'm in the recovery room, and I'm about as aware as you can be after coming out from general anesthesia and 6.5 hours of surgery, like, you know, cutting on my wrist and my arm and my leg all at the same time. And there's two guys that are like moving around me and like doing stuff and like and checking things out and like kind of like cleaning up the last things and then just kind of handling loose ends that the surgeons didn't really take care of. And so somehow this guy, he's on my right hand side, and there's a catheter, and there's like a tube that goes from here to here, and it's taped on my leg right there. It goes, so there's like a loop. It's real short, maybe like 6 to 8 inches. And he somehow manages to, his hand is on my inner thigh, like, and he gets it underneath the catheter, and then someone says something to him, and he goes like this and turns around real quick. And it like, and so it's like slides up and like it's like looped around his elbow. Mind you, this was only 6 to 8 inches long to begin with. And I watch as it stretches out to about 2 feet long. I'm like.
And how do they ensure that? How do they ensure catheter retention? There's a mechanism for that,
so the way a catheter works is it's a silicone tube that has another tube inside of it with a little inflatable ball in the end. Those inflatable ball is like you know, inside your bladder. And so I screamed and yelled like as loud as I could, which was like, oh my god, this was so bad. You know, like, it really was the worst pain I'd ever experienced in my life, but that was the best I could muster. And,
dude, that's so sick.
Yeah, so, and the guy's like, huh? Oh, and then he turns around and he's like, oh, it's cool, I'll just put it back in. And so, with one hand, he puts 4 fingers around my and he takes the catheter and just shoves it. And it was like, yeah, it was terrible. I did not have a good hospital experience at all.
Wow.
All around bad time.
The nurse came in later and asked you what your pain level was, and you were like, it's a 4. And she was like, well, what's a 10? And you were like, well, let me tell you.
What a 10 is.
I'm feeling super weird right now.
Why?
I don't know.
Bathroom's right there.
Like, how weird?
I don't know.
Like deja vu, or like someone put acid in your drink. Go to the bathroom. You look like you're gonna throw up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, go to the bathroom. See, this is why you're not supposed to talk about catheters and shit before breakfast.
From that shot, I feel like that's the last time we're ever gonna see her.